Okay. I have had countless requests. Excuse me, sorry guys. I have had countless requests for this tutorial. It is a tutorial over how to spin a card on your finger. Basically, it's just this. Okay, I've had quite a few requests that I make a tutorial for that. So you'll be happy to know that I am actually making the tutorial. Okay. It is a little late at night, but I don't care. Okay. So, to begin with, I'm going to use a card that I like to use for this very reason. So, why not go with the one I feel most comfortable using? Let's go with a 10 of clubs. I like using that one to spin a card because it's just fun to use. Okay? The rest of the deck we don't need for now, so I'm just going to put it right here. Now, the Pirouette Flourish is basically this. Taking a card and spinning it basically on the tips of your fingers. Oh, on your middle finger. Okay? That's basically all you're doing. It's a basic flourish. I usually use it at the end of a trick when I produce their card in an unexpected way, or something like that. Like the card appears in my pocket, the card appears somewhere in the deck, the card appears face up, whatever. Okay? Now, it doesn't really matter what card you're using, so long as they're smooth-ish. But it actually doesn't even matter what card you're using. All cards will spin on your fingers, some will spin a little bit better. Now, what you're going to rely on is momentum. The momentum of the card. Now, I know it's kind of hard to understand, but there is momentum in the card. If you send it spinning, it has momentum. All you do is rely upon that. So, to begin with, you're going to actually learn how to balance a card first. That's the easiest part. The hardest part is getting this down. It is a knack skill. You will not get this the first time, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th time. You will not. Maybe the 12th, 30th, 40th time you try to do this. Yeah. Just practice it for a few days. Once you get it down, you can manipulate with it. You can do it well, and eventually it'll become ingrained into your fingers. You're able to do it without thinking. Okay? So the first rule, practice this once you learn it. Now what you need to learn beforehand, though, is how to balance the card, which is, again, as I stated earlier, the easy part. Take a card, you place your index finger, your middle finger, the finger next to your index finger, right there in the center of the card. I'm using Talio circle back, so it has like a little dot right there. Bikes do too, but Arcos don't, but most cards do have some sort of pip in the center. 10 of clubs has this big white space in the center, like a big old circle. Stick your thumb in that circle. Okay? Now, all you're going to do is get down this move right here. Just rocking the card back and forth with your index finger. Place your index finger right here. Apply a little bit of pressure, and then start rocking the card back and forth. These other two fingers right here are curled out of the way. Not uncomfortably. That's when they won't get in the way of the card spinning. Okay? They just won't. Alright? So, all you're going to do is practice this for a few minutes. Okay? Pause the video if you want to and just practice this. Just like that. Okay? Just keep on doing that until you feel comfortable with it. Now, on this rocking motion, you're going to send the card spinning or careening into a spin. Like so. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to extend your finger. These fingers are now curled in. And as you pull back on the card like so, like shooting it like that, okay, you're going to lift up with your thumb. Okay? All you have to do is really get that synchronization down, and the card will begin spinning. These two fingers are curled out of the way, and I find it helpful to kind of extend your fingers out a little bit when you do it. You are going to drop the card several times, so using older cards so you don't get grit and sand and dirt on it. You know, so you don't waste your cards. Oh, sorry. Oh. I told you it's late. But I don't like sleeping. And that's it. Again, the rocking motion is what gets it down. That's all. Once you get this down, you can move on. And again, what to do is raise your thumb up as you again, your index finger is extended out like this. Okay? And while it's extended out, you're going to pull it in. As you pull it in like that, you're going to lift up your thumb. Okay? So when you pull it in, you lift up your thumb. And the card should spin. Okay? Without, if you apply too little force, the card barely does anything. You just lift a little. But if you apply too much force, the card's going to fly out of your hand. See? If you apply just the right amount of force, you get a nice blurry effect. Like that. There you go. That's pretty good. Without the card flying out of your hand. Of course, you can make it go really fast, and then catch it at the very end before it flies out of your hand. Alright? So for those of you who wanted a tutorial, there you go. I didn't really feel that you needed to put a tutorial for it because I found that there's a video submitted onto it by 311.com has it on here anyways, which is taught by Dan and Dave Buck. I forget which Buck brother teaches it. One of them is filming it while the other one is actually doing the tutorial. Alright, that was the tutorial. I hope you liked it. Thank you. Again, sorry for the yawn. It is a little late. I really get bored all the time, so I like making videos. Okay, I'm floating around now. See you guys later.